I may have made a little mistake. You see, lately in my free time, I have been addicted to a game called Find the Chomics, and I just made a video about it a few weeks ago. And despite playing this on and off for over the course of 2 weeks now, I have yet to get any hard badges inside the game. And it's funny because despite playing this on and off for 2 weeks, instead of getting an actual hard badge, I did the craziest side quest in real life and gave a presentation to a bunch of elementary schoolers about YouTube. So if you're watching this video, big shout out to you guys, because I did say I'd shout them out in this video. But back on topic, I have once again never gotten a hard badge inside Find the Chomics. And you're probably wondering, well, how do you determine if a badge is hard or not? And honestly, it's really simple because they have their own tier list system. It starts off with easy, medium, hard, intense. Then it goes insane, extreme, terrifying, and then the hardest difficulty, Obama. Now, I will say before somebody comments in the comments, there are other difficulties that are quote-unquote harder than this, but only feature like 1 or 2 chomics. So our goal today is to get 1 Obama chomic, because if you get 1, I feel like that's enough respect to be like, okay, maybe this guy's a little serious about this game. And I didn't really want to do this alone, so I invited Oscar from Phantom Forces to join me. And together, we made a devious plan to get our first Obama chomic. You see, there's a tower inside this game called the Tower of Elongated Farts, and at the top of that tower hides an Obama chomic. But in order to get there, we would have to go through something called the Earth chomic. But that first step takes like all of 2 seconds because you literally just go to the school and then type /E Earth right in front of the Earth chomic. But it's important because the only way to get to this Tower of Elongated Farts is through the Earth chomic. And once we're inside the Earth chomic, all we have to do is teleport to Africa. And after that, there's going to be a little underwater bridge under the map. And if you go to the end of it, it teleports you to the tower. And at this point, if you're a regular Chomics player, you're probably thinking to yourself, there is no way in hell this guy climbed the Tower of Elongated Farts. But to that I say, watch this. Ow, 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 ow.
Okay,
No! Somebody tells me that we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, dude, holy.
Oh god, not one of these again! Don't tell me we gotta go behind this. Bro.
Oh, that's not possible.
Bro, no! No, damn it!
Did you almost make it?
No, I wasn't even close, actually. No! Okay, got it. No! No! Are you sure this is the one we want to do? This jump is actually crazy, dude. How is anybody supposed to make this?
Nah, watch me. No joke, here's the one, baby. Back off, for fuck's sake. Go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So like this. No! Yeah, so, turns out the Tower of Elongated Farts is near impossible. Because despite playing it for 30 minutes, I couldn't even get off the first color section. So we're just gonna bench this chomic for now. Our next chomic that we laid eyes on was chomikception. And the reason why we laid eyes on this was 1, because we could actually get it inside the realm that we were in. And 2, it also seemed to have the most clear and coherent hint. And it reads as this. 1 button in each chomic's area: Dreamic, Light Matter, Dark Matter, Super Secret, Suspicious, Portal, Jomic, and Trade Offer. Now that sounds like a lot, and unfortunately, that's just how Obama Chomics work. It takes another kind of dedication to get to this point. But we started by knocking out some of the hardest ones first. First up is Dreamic. Now this is probably the hardest one just because this one's completely based off RNG. That's because every time you die, you actually have a 1 in 100 chance to be teleported to the Dreamic. And inside the Dreamic, there is 1, a Chomic of Dream, and 2, a wall that says that this jump right in front of me is a 1 in 7.5 trillion chance. Thankfully, though, you can climb on top of the wall and then you can just do the jump normally. But it's important that we don't touch Dreamic because Dreamic will kill me. Good one. Good one, bro.
You didn't tell me anything.
So we go around Dreamic, and behind that wall is a secret path to a floating button. All you gotta do is just jump on the button, and our first step for the chomikception is done. The next place we decided to go was the Dark Matter. And this is where things get a little bit more complicated, because we have to go around and find some buttons. And just like the last button, they're not gonna be very easy to find. Like seriously, who the hell is supposed to find these buttons, bro? The first button is located inside the kitchen, and it's just behind the little cupboard. Our next place isn't so forgiving because I decided to do the ice one next, and I looked for it for a long time. And I mean a long time. And eventually I caved and Googled where it was. Oh, that's devious. Only to find out it's somehow under the map. And it's not even like the platform was remotely visible either. How was I supposed to find this button, bro? Seriously. And for our next button, it was hidden inside the lava portion of the map. And once again, how the hell was I supposed to find this? Because the button is hidden in a little divot of a wall on a rock. Oh, and if you miss the jump, it kills you. And why make it this difficult for a little button? They're the Chomics. Of course they gotta make things okay, I'm not doing the Costco guy bit. The next location we have to go to is inside the marble area. And under one of the pillars, there's a little button that you have to parkour to. Really easy. And for our last one, we have to go to the blocky area, and under the box, there's a nice little button. And just like that, we can finally travel to the dark matter area, which the button is right next to the dark matter Chomik, but it's impossible to see. And I don't even know how I found it. I think I just walked over it on accident, so thank God. So our next step is the light matter. And if you thought dark matter was going to be hard, light matter is just stupid. That's because not only are there 2 of them per area, almost every single one of them involves some form of clipping glitch because they're stuffed inside walls. And at this point, I don't even know how to explain to get to these. But what I can do is explain the clipping glitches. Now, if this wasn't obvious enough, this game was heavily inspired and made by Tower of Hell players. And one of the techniques that they use to get from one point to another is dance clipping. All you have to do is go to a thin section of a wall, make your avatar face the wall, have shift lock ready, look the other direction without moving your character, do /E dance 2, and then snap 90 degrees. And if you did it right, you should be on the other side of the wall. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to explain how I got every single one, so I'm just going to play a little montage instead of me losing my mind. Got it. Got it. Got it. Secret wall? Yep. And hey, that didn't take that long, because now we are inside the light matter area and we have to find the chomikception button. And spoiler alert, I didn't find it. Just like almost all of the light buttons, it was inside a wall that nobody could see. So Oscar and I spent the better part of like 20 minutes walking back and forth, trying to hit the button, falling off, walking back again. It truly was the greatest experience of all time. But finally, we had got the button, and now it's kind of smooth sailing from here. The next place we have to go to is Suspicious, which it's just an Among Us reference. And the way we get there is just through a little window in the trash area. But now that we're in Suspicious, of course, once again, the button is wedged into a wall. After clipping, we eventually got ourselves our next Chomik button. And the next place we go to is a place called Chomik. And you want to know how we get the Chomik? By jumping on a wall. Not just any wall, a randomly specific wall in blue cobblestone that, once again, how do people find this? Like, at this point, if it told me to go to a bathroom, turn off the lights, and then say Bloody Mary and spit around 3 times, I'd probably do it. But thankfully, in this Chomik area, everything is pink, and at the very top, there's a little button. Easiest button so far. And the next button just so happens to be in the same area. All you have to do is go to the portal, and then we have to clip outside the map, which, once again, how do people find this stuff? And then there's a button hidden in a wall outside the map. Like, it wasn't already hard enough to get out. But we're so close because we only have one more left, and we have to go to the super secret area, which also insane on how people find this. But first, we need to go to the graveyard and then go find the grave that says Skoryornix. I definitely butchered the pronunciation on that, but it's okay, because once you're inside the grave, hug the right wall and then E-dance clip, and you will be in this invisible area. Do the little parkour in the invisible area, and then you'll be teleported to an area with a bunch of red platforms. Change your movement to click to move, and then click to the platform to like the right, and then in the middle of that platform there will be a button, and that's the final button we need for this Chomik. Now that we did all of that, it is time to go teleport to the granite section and then go into the chomikception portal. Now you're gonna be teleported to a box, a very small one at that, and you can imagine what we have to do to get out of this box. You guessed it, we have to dance clip out, rinse and repeat that like 5 times, and well, here's my reaction to getting the Chomik. Yes! It's right here! Yay! Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. If there's anything we learned today, maybe the real winners aren't, you know, the badges we get. However, maybe the real winners were the friends made along the way. Ah! If somehow you made it to this far in the video, thank you so much. Use start code corny and subscribe.